Today on Play to Win, the SEC championship game is set. It's Alabama and Georgia, but will they both be in the playoff discussion by the time they get there? And can the Falcons move their win streak to 4 straight? That and more on the fastest 30 minutes in sports, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Mellow Mushroom, Atlanta Peach Movers, and the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, player medical and injury reports with Dr. Sadiq El Amin, Falcons All-Pro running back Jamal Anderson, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, a higher order of pizza for your tailgating events.
Welcome back to another week of football's Play to Win. I'm back with my family. I kind of had
welcome back, Nikki. Welcome back.
Bob Whitfield, Jamal Anderson, Chuck Smith. I feel like there's an inside joke there.
We're very happy to see you. It's a lot. You're very lively, and you know we're family.
You've been turned up.
so we
before
miss
we
you.
got started. You real turn.
Miss
You real
you.
turn,
Miss
as the
you.
kids say.
And you know what? I felt like I was kind of here because I was texting with Bob last week.
During the game.
You got to go to Baton Rouge, and you were on the sidelines taking pictures. Tell us about the Baton Rouge experience.
So Chuck was saying how the SEC football game is going to be. It was
Keeping it real.
tremendous. That thing was tremendous. I'm
Keeping it
like,
real.
it was so pumped. I was pumped. And I didn't have to play. And I'm on the sidelines. I'm watching Bama warm up. I'm seeing LSU warm up. It was so intense. The fans was rabid. They was going crazy. And then the game happened.
Ooh,
Oh, there was a football game?
Yeah, all this was in the pregame. And then the game happened, right?
I mean, listen, they were super lit before that game.
Oh, they
were
turned,
super lit. And
Fake
that thing-
head bouncing. Everything
Oh,
was
man.
doing so
I'm
much.
looking at the music and stuff. I was like, oh, LSU might be. Oh no.
And I'm looking at Bob on the sideline. When he was on LSU sideline, they lost. I'm looking at Bob the week before at Stanford. When he was on the sideline, they did what? They lost. So I'm gonna need you to stop going to teams.
like
Matter of
the
fact, don't go
Jinx.
to the Tennessee game this week or North Gwinnett. Okay, how about that?
Oh, Bob
Bob,
is
you
telling
got a
you you
black
got to
cat
stay
on
We
home.
love you though, Bob.
But it was a good game before the game, and then the game happened, and then the game didn't happen, and then people was leaving early. It was third quarter, they was walking out.
Well, I'm just glad you made it back here alive.
They got a beat down. If you
Welcome back.
LSU, you got smacked around at home. So I mean, woo, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this SEC title game? It's set now. Bama, Georgia, rematch of the national title. Are we sick of this yet?
No, the question here for me, Nikki and guys, you got Georgia, you got Alabama. Georgia, you're young. Alabama, you're proven. And I just think it comes down to, can this young Georgia team stand up to Alabama and just come out throwing punches? Because LSU started throwing maybe one little jab, but you got to come out and throw some bolos, some hands on Alabama. Georgia,
It's almost like
Yeah.
it's almost kind of like Tyson in their prime. When they walk
Yeah,
out,
good
you know,
point.
it's like
Yeah.
it's an intimidation thing. So my thing is match them physically. Be as physical as them. You got big guys, you got 5 stars. You may not have as many as them. Who cares about that? When you line up across the line to beat this team, you have to be as
Yeah,
physical
buddy.
or more than them.
They still got to get through Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech got a ground game.
Well, I'm saying they're in the championship,
Georgia
though.
got some games to get to the championship to play Alabama again, but
Right.
are they going to be
I think
a
I worry about
one-loss team?
Auburn tonight. Mm-hmm. I mean, Georgia Tech, we can wait on that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You think they're gonna worry about Auburn?
Well, I mean, of course. I just
Auburn's
think now,
been so
remember,
up and down. I mean, yeah,
Auburn's-
anything's possible.
Auburn's
in
got
the
a
SEC, but-
D-line. They've been struggling. I mean, you got Stidham at quarterback. Anything can happen. Now, I'll tell you this. Auburn has a fighting chance, but I'll be there tonight. I'll be there tonight rocking and rolling with the dogs.
Oh, you can go on the sideline.
I'm
no
not going to the
jinx for
sideline.
you.
I'm sitting in the stands.
Auburn does pretty well. in
I'm pulling for the
Athens.
dogs, too.
Yeah, thank you for coming over to
Hey.
my side. Let's take a look at some of these college football rankings here, the top 10.
And this is the playoff stuff, so this
Yeah.
is what's getting you to the big
Right.
dance, the big show. And you can see Clemson is right there, Alabama, Clemson.
They
with
some
great
bosses.
matchups. Notre
The
Dame.
2 teams I'm
They're
really looking
average.
at, though, are Notre Dame and Michigan. 2 teams who have failed, and obviously Michigan still has to play Ohio State. Michigan's got some other things with Harbaugh. So those are the 2 kind of teams that I'm looking at. Everybody else has kind of been there, and you kind of have expectations for them. Those are the 2 teams in that list where I'm like, okay, let's see how they finish.
Burning question, can the Falcons go for 4 straight wins?
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Why can't they?
No doubt about
They
it.
are playing Cleveland now.
In Cleveland, but I feel like there's so much stuff that's been going on with the Browns, Bob.
They a
There's
little
been so much stuff going on.
Up and
with them.
down, coaches fired, you know.
Yeah, but this ain't about the Browns. Right now, the
Right.
Falcons are rolling.
Exactly.
And the Falcons' defense is getting better. The pass rush is improving. Grady Jarrett playing out of his
back.
mind. But to me, this comes down to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's having an MVP-type season. I don't see it changing.
I like the optimism there. I know a lot of Falcons fans out there like that too. Guys, when we come back, we're going to talk SEC, ACC, Alabama, Mississippi State. This could be the best defensive line Alabama's seen all season. It's all coming up on Football's Play to Win.
Fuel your football. Come to Mellow Mushroom for craft brews, fresh cocktails, and stone-baked pizzas. Or mellow at your own home gate. Tailgating? No matter who wins, it's always mellow for the win. Fuel your football with Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
Look what God has done. Thank you. Because of your support, we've grown to locations all over Atlanta. This is the time of year where we all take time to give thanks and to celebrate with family and friends. May God richly bless you and your family is our prayer. Thank you and happy holidays! See you soon!
Is it true Academy speaks Guy?
It sure is. So what did your dad say when you asked him about Christmas?
He just said, I don't know.
Oh, easy. Sports gear. Save $10 when you spend $50.
From the store that knows gifts best, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by Nissan.
Welcome back to Football's Play to Win, and welcome back, Jeffrey. One heck of a week last week.
Nice
6
work,
out
Jeff.
of 9
Nice work, my
college
brother.
and pros against the spread.
Did a lot of studying.
You're a smart guy. That's why we keep you around and why we keep you guys around, because we got to talk some football. And we're going to start off with Bama, Mississippi State. Before you guys laugh, Mississippi State has allowed the fewest touchdowns in the nation at 9.
Right.
Yeah.
Houston, do we have a game?
They only give up 167 yards in the past, too. So, you know, Tua might have a little trouble with that defense.
Ooh.
That running game of Alabama might have a little trouble with that defense. And I think I just hit my head saying that.
Yeah.
Am I just making this up?
You just saw that.
Come on. Alabama's going to whoop them. Come on.
no
It's a
game.
whooping.
You know, the spread.
Man, I thought for a minute there, I was like,
And the other thing is they don't have an offense. So, you know, LSU.
That's the biggest problem.
Maybe they can score, you know, LSU missed the field goal at the end. Maybe Mississippi State can make a field goal at the
Yeah.
end. So they got 3 points.
Don't discount Nick Fitzgerald.
Well,
He has more carries than Swift and Holyfield
We've
combined.
discounted him.
Yeah, the only problem is
him.
he's been held under 150 yards 4 times. They're 1-3 in those games. He's been held under 100 yards 3 times. You think when he plays against Alabama that all of a sudden it's going to click?
9
Nick,
TDs.
wish you luck. Wish you luck.
so you're saying there's a chance?
No chance.
No chance
we
for
can
Mississippi
move
State.
on to the next question, but no chance. Mississippi State has no chance to beat Alabama.
None.
Nope.
Can't move the ball.
If Mississippi State beat Alabama, I will walk down
In
Peachtree
Tuscaloosa?
Street with my shirt off and my pants off, wearing some boxers. How about that?
You
They have
heard
no-
it here
so it ain't gonna happen.
first.
It ain't
You
gonna happen.
heard that
Let's
here
go
Ain't gonna
first.
happen.
No.
Chuck said he's going to
ain't
walk
gonna
down
happen.
Peachtree Street in his birthday suit.
I'll win the lottery
if
before Mississippi State. I'll win the lottery before Mississippi State beats Alabama.
I am going to hold you to that, and you guys should hold him to it too.
Come
I
on,
ain't
Deion
even
Calhoun.
worried- I ain't
Come
even
on.
worried about it. I
Right
ain't
guard
worried about
Deion Calhoun from Mississippi State. You got a big matchup against Raekwon Davis. Come on. We want to see Chuck's birthday suit on
it.
Peachtree.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Not going to happen. He's right.
Thank you, Jeff.
You think there's any hangovers for LSU and Kentucky this week?
I think Kentucky could have a hangover.
I think so too. I mean,
You were saying that.
Tennessee has a shot. I watched Kentucky last week. I was at the Georgia game, and the reason why Tennessee has an opportunity, because Kentucky has no offense. Kentucky has Snell, running back. That's it. Snell left, Snell right. They have no offense. Tennessee's defense has been solid. The problem with Tennessee has been their offense. But I think Kentucky showed that they're a one-dimensional team, so maybe the Vols to sneak one out. Hey, we only need, 2 more wins to be bowl eligible, but I think Kentucky could have a little bit of a hangover.
That's a trap.
All right, well, now it's time for our college football showdown of the week.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by the Georgia Lottery.
Clemson at Boston College. Listen, the Southerners don't do well in the cold. It's supposed to be 35 degrees at kickoff. How tough is that going to be for Clemson?
Well, it's tough when you want to be tough and you want to go out in that cold weather. And Chuck knows that you don't wear long sleeves. You got your muscles all out. You got your baby oil. Got them looking all
wear
red
sleeves.
and all that. I wore them too because I'm from California and I don't like cold weather games. So if they're anything like me, they might be, taken back by the cold. But I think great coaching gets those players involved early to really put it on Boston College.
Yeah, I feel like Clemson is on a mission this year. I feel like their focus and their intent and the way they've played each and every game and what the weapons that they have offensively, I feel like they're on a mission, and this is just going to be another step on that mission to try to face Alabama for a national championship again.
Jeffrey, how do you see the game?
19.5 is a lot of points. Clemson's great. But it's a little chilly up there. Boston College tough. I don't think they'll win the game, but I think they can give Clemson a scare. Take the 19.5 with BC.
Just a little bit of a scare, guys. Coming up next, it's the oldest rivalry in the South. Auburn's headed to Athens, and we're going to talk about it. It's all coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
It's strange, but I don't need space from you. In every single thing you do, it feels nice.
Introducing the first ever Nissan Kicks, starting at just $18,290. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
Drug Studies America in Marietta is looking for patients who have a herniated disc or those suffering from low back pain, knee pain, hip pain, or pain from CRPS. Call this number now. You will receive free medical treatment and compensation for your time and travel at every visit. If you have a herniated disc or are suffering from low back pain, knee pain, hip pain, or pain from CRPS, please call Drug Studies America today.
Feast on one of Longhorn's steakhouse cuts. 12-ounce New York strip, center cut Flo's filet. For a limited time, 14-ounce Delmonico. The feeling, the flavor, the place. Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by This Is It Barbecue and Seafood.
Welcome back to Football's Play to Win. It's time for our dog report. Big day for the dogs. Auburn in Athens. Now, here's the deal. I know where Georgia is now, and I know you guys are already smirking, but Auburn has actually won 10 of their last 17 in Athens, and we know the SEC West gives Kirby Smart a really hard time. What do you guys think?
Well, I think Jarrett Stidham has to have his best game to beat Georgia. And Jarrett Stidham, that quarterback, of all these quarterbacks out there in the SEC, he's the one that really didn't have much pressure. There was no backup coming along that they was going to move him out for. So he had the starting job starting from last year with all the experience, and he's not played up to his potential this year. And if he's going to do anything, he's going to be the reason Auburn can beat Georgia. He has to play well.
What do you guys think?
Well, the key for Georgia is don't look ahead to UMass. Just kidding. But
I don't know. I just don't. I don't see. To me, Georgia is a very physical team, and they're hitting a zone right now. You know, after the LSU game, you wanted to see them bounce back, and they've bounced back strong in the two games after LSU. And I love their two running backs, Swift and Holyfield, two of my favorite guys to watch.
Well, I thought last week it was a big man's game. I told you guys that. Georgia, we talked about Georgia's running backs. You just alluded to that. And I'm going to tell you, when it's a big man's game, Auburn has one of the top defensive tackles, defensive line in the game. Right. Derek Brown is the leader. Georgia runs the ball. Fromm, all he got to do is sit back there. Fromm is chilling. Right. I mean, you got Holyfield and Swift. I'm running the ball because it's a big man's game. Georgia's offensive line has been fantastic. I watch them, I mean, literally move.
Even with guys coming in and out being banged up.
Yeah, so I think Auburn has to stop Georgia's running game that starts up front And Georgia, Auburn has a good defensive line, but it's going to be important for them to stop the run.
Swift and Holyfield.
And Georgia's pass defense isn't that great. And Auburn's got a good passing team.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out for that.
So does Auburn stand a chance?
Yeah.
If they show up like the Auburn team who started the season, it just was kind of interesting for a couple of games there. Not the same consistency that we see from the top teams in the SEC. They've lost games this year, like Tennessee.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
It's all love.
Why you sneeze on his jacket?
I didn't sneeze. I was making thought.
That's kind of like hating. They ain't sneezing.
Yeah, like the black cat.
That's rough. Jeffrey, how do you see the game?
These are rivals. 14's a lot of points. I think Georgia will win the game, but if you must take a side on this, take the 14 with Auburn.
You can think that with Alabama's 25.
Okay.
What do you guys think? You think Jeffrey's on point with that?
I think, yeah. I think it can happen because I just think Georgia right now is rolling. I think they got the ability to throw the ball. They got big-time offensive weapons. They can run the ball and control the clock. I think if Georgia's defense shows up, yeah. If Georgia's defense shows up, I can see Georgia covering. I can see Georgia putting up a big number and whooping Auburn.
But I
really
see history coming back to haunt them, and I know Auburn has played that crew. So I can see Auburn putting up a good fight against Georgia.
Yeah, we clinched. What is the bounce back going to be like?
They can hang in.
National championship opportunity.
I agree.
Georgia, they're motivated.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And it's like you're going to have a lax game because you clinched the SEC title and you're looking ahead. I don't see that happening.
It's a tough place to. It's tough to play in Athens too, right? As an away team. Athens doesn't make it easy on you.
But they won there. They won there in the past. So it's one of those things. You got to go on the road. Alabama on the road stomped LSU. If Auburn has any life left, they have to play well against Georgia.
You got to play the game.
Got to play the game. You guys get to play the game too. It's time for you to be the expert. Head over to our Play to Win website and play the Ippolito's You Be the Expert contest. This season, be sure to visit our website, playingtowin.tv, and take a shot to be #1 against all the competition by picking this week's college and NFL winners against the spread. We'll be giving away Ippolito's $100 and $50 gift certificates to each week's first and second place winners. So make sure you come back every week and prove your football IQ by being the best at predicting this week's college and NFL games. Ippolito's, a great neighborhood Italian restaurant. You guys don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Falcons and see if they're firing in all cylinders and if they can pull off 4 straight wins. We'll break it down for you next on Football's Play to Win.
It's me, Wanda Smith, and is your schedule anything like mine? Busy, busy, busy. Listen, the holidays are approaching, and I just cannot stand over a hot stove. So do what I'm going to do. I'm going to order it all from This Is It. Place your order online. Your choice of smoked or fried turkey, ham, cornbread dressing, and plenty of delicious veggies to choose from. Pick it up, chill, then simply heat and serve. Order today. Holiday dinner. Check.
There is a better way to get you and your company in the hands of potential clients 24/7. This is IntelliCard, today's digital business card. It is the ultimate sales, branding, and marketing tool. With IntelliCard, all of your information is in one place, making it easier to share and recall. IntelliCard is different. You get all of this in a highly secure web-based solution designed to get you results.
Take advantage of our special TV offer. Call now and get your IntelliCard for only $99. Work smarter and increase your sales today with IntelliCard.
It's strange, but I don't need space from you. In every single thing you do, it feels nice.
Introducing the first ever Nissan Kicks, starting at just $18,290. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
Today's show is being brought to you by Georgia Lottery and McDonald's. Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by McDonald's.
Welcome back to Football's Play to Win. Let's talk some dirty birds. I don't think I'm doing it right.
Maybe not. But
Am I not good?
No, but I mean,
It's a good try, though.
I listen, whatever. I might be standing next to the guy that invented it, but whatever. Is the NFC South the toughest division right now? Are we even asking this question?
Yes.
New Orleans, Carolina. What more you want?
I say yes.
Falcons.
And you just made some good points. Let me tell you why. Number one, quarterbacks. They're special. Number one, you got Cam Newton, the former MVP. Number two, you got Drew Brees, a Hall of Famer. Number three, you got Matt Ryan. I know, right? You know I'm a Tennessee guy. Number three, you got Matt Ryan. All these guys are MVP type quarterbacks, and they're tough. They're able to bring their teams back. They're leaders and they're efficient and they're winners. So when you look at most divisions, there's not a Cam, there's not a Matt Ryan, and there's certainly not a Drew Brees. When you look at the conferences and the divisions, I think the NFC South speaks for itself, and it starts with the quarterbacks.
And even the last place team is competitive. They're not good, but they're in every game.
Yeah.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Are you just cautiously?
No, I was thinking about Tampa being they just don't have the defense, but I wholeheartedly agree. I don't even think it's close. I think they're going to end up with, if things continue to go the way they are, the 3 teams from the NFC South in the playoffs. And you look at the East, Dallas is a disaster. Philadelphia is playing better. Washington just got destroyed. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. But I mean, I think there's no question that the NFC South is the #1 division in football.
Falcons offense coming off of a big week.
Big week. That O-line.
Huge.
Yes.
They came in there and they busted some people up, and they had a good running attack going. Ito Smith, Tevin Coleman protecting the quarterback, and they were doing it. That offensive line did get a little award from NFL Network for their play, and they should be proud of what they did, because we made jokes about all the ins and outs of new players coming, but they put those guys out there, Wes and the other guy, they switched places because Schweitzer was playing on right guard, now he's left guard, and they played and they balled out. Getting downfield on screens, you love to see a big man running downfield and screening guys, knocking guys out. See how I mean? I just run screening guys, knocking guys out.
That's a late hit. The second one was a late hit.
So it's just a good thing to watch that team, that unit gel. That unit gelled last week.
They
need to
very good.
Gel again.
Thankfully, I'm built like The Rock. You over here trying to injure the bird.
They looked a very good physical defense. I mean, Washington has a good defense. They're physical, and they just beat their brains out.
But a lot what we haven't talked about enough is what Steve Sarkisian has done for this offense. Great balance by the Falcons now. Everybody was talking about what he didn't do. Now let's talk about what he's doing. He's got the offense on fire right now. That's what he is doing.
Jeffrey, pick the game. How do you see it?
I hate giving points on the road, but I don't think Cleveland can stay with Atlanta. Give it 4.5 with the Falcons.
All right, he called it, guys. Stay with us when we come back. It's our NFL Player Medical Report on football's Play to Win.
Welcome to McRib Stories. Today's story is about Tanya, who always goes to great lengths to avoid FOM, the fear of missing McRib. So she sets an alarm, and an alarm for the alarm. And 2 weeks before that, she reminds her husband to remind her with a McRib lunch call. Moral of the story, do what you gotta do. Just don't miss the McRib. Hurry into McDonald's today and get 2 tangy McRib sandwiches for just $5. How's that sound for delicious?
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Fuel your football. Come to Mellow Mushroom for craft brews, fresh cocktails, and stone-baked pizzas. Or mellow at your own home gate. Tailgating? No matter who wins, it's always mellow for the win. Fuel your football with Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Today's Player, Medical, and Injury Report is being brought to you by the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute.
Welcome back to football's Play to Win, and welcome back from Africa.
Thank you,
Dr.
thank you.
E, we have missed you. He's been volunteering at an orphanage in Africa. No big deal.
That's right, doing mission work.
Welcome back. We've needed you here to break down some of these NFL injuries right here in the good old US of A. Can you help us out with what's going on with Chris Carson?
Well, you know, Chris Carson, the basically running back for the Seattle Seahawks,
sustained a hip injury, so he's going to be out possibly about 2 to 3 games. It's going to really hurt them.
DJ Fluker?
DJ Fluker, a.k.a. the Warrior. He's the guard that's really been protecting Wilson. He actually has a calf injury, but I know him personally. He is a tough player. He will play.
A warrior,
if
you will. Matt Paratus.
That's the center for the Denver Broncos. He has a fibular fracture. He broke his leg, so he is out for the season. He will not be back. Wishing him the best of luck.
Groin injury with Tyreek Hill?
That's right. So as you know, the superstar Tyreek Hill still dealing with his groin injury. As you know, he loves to go down the field. They love to throw the ball to him, but this has really been affecting him. So if he plays, he's going to be very, very limited.
And rough luck again for the 49ers.
That's right. Raheem Mostert, another gentleman that's out. He actually broke his forearm. As you know, they're dealing with a lot of injuries. You know, they had an ACL injury with Garoppolo, the quarterback. McKinnon, their other running back, had an injury. So that team has just got a lot of injuries this year.
What can you do this time of season? I mean, everybody's getting injured at this point. You know, it's where we are. So what can these players do to stay healthy?
That's tough because this is the halfway point, and you see a lot of these injuries. So the things they want to do is continue training well, their diet, their regimen, getting back, having good medical care. That's so important.
Yes, it is. And guys, it's also important for you guys to stick with us here on Football's Play to Win, because when we come back, we'll have Jeffrey's picks. It's all coming up next.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
It's strange, but I don't need space from you. And every single thing you do, it feels nice.
Introducing the first ever Nissan Kicks, starting at just $18,290. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models.
Is it true Academy speaks guy?
It sure is. So what did your dad say when you asked him about Christmas?
He just said, I don't know.
Oh, easy. Sports gear. Save $10 when you spend $50.
From the store that knows gifts best, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Welcome back to Football's Play to Win. It's time for our lightning round. Jeffrey, you got the goods. Give the people what they want.
9 is too many. Penn State shouldn't be favored by that much. Take Wisconsin with the 9. The most disappointing team in the country this year to me is Virginia Tech. I like Pitt at home to run all over them. Give the 3 with Pitt. And letdown time. This one's for Chuck. I think Tennessee's going to beat Kentucky. Take the 5.
Yes. Thank you, Jeff.
My pleasure. In the pros, I don't know how New England's winning. They just don't look impressive. I like Tennessee at home. They're coming around. Take the 6.5. New Orleans at Cincinnati. You know, Andy Dalton's having a good year. Nobody's talking about it. I like Cincy at home. This should be a good game. And Giants at San Francisco. You can't bet on the Giants. Give the 3 at the 49ers. It's not who you're going to go on. It's who you're going against. Give the 3.
Guys, thanks for sticking with us on another week of Football's Play to Win. The conversation continues online. Make sure you're following all of us on social media. Unless you're hating, stay off the computer, guys. We will see you next week. Jamal's going to teach me the dirty bird the right way.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue and Nissan.